here is my second game from the StimHack League 2, or StimHack League 4, I'm sorry. This is a league that takes place on Octagon, played by people who play, or who post on StimHack, although that's not really a prerequisite. Anyways, this is my second game. Unfortunately, my first one did not get recorded. In this game, I'll be playing Kate against Melonbomb's near-Earth hub. After he puts down his identity. There we go. So we see my starting hand looks okay. Now, I'd like to see a Katie, but I'm gonna keep it. The pro-con daily casts. Ottman's not great in my opening hand, but the stim hack's helpful if I can find something to spend it on, like an SMC. He's going to start off by just creating a new remote. That seems reasonable. So I don't know what to expect out of him coming into this game. He's playing near Earth Hub. Maybe playing Astrobiotics. Unfortunate because I took my Clot out before this game. But we'll see. So he starts with remote hedge fund, install ice over R&D. I just YOLO this. If it's Architect, I can go check what he installs, but instead he reses information overload, which is an odd choice considering first of all, I don't have any programs installed, so it's even if he got a subroutine, it would do nothing. Second of all, it's just really expensive. He actually does bump the trace up by 2. I figure it's better to just go ahead and pay 2 now than to spend a click and 2 credits later to avoid the trace. And I'll get to see a card out of R&D. I see a mid-season, so that begins telling me a lot. I just go ahead and draw a card. Might as well get the daily cast on board. And click for credit. I'm going to be looking at basically trying to play Pro-Con pretty soon. And hopefully find a Katie. That way I can try and stay ahead of him in terms of econ. Well, he ices up his remote and gets some more remotes online, and yeah, marked account seems pretty good here. I don't have any thing like security testing to keep it in track. So it's gonna make him a lot of money, I'm sure. Interesting here that my credit total didn't get reset down to 1, but or 0 after playing the professional contacts, but I take care of that. So now that I know he's on mid-seasons, and of course Melange comes up, that's going to be quite problematic, especially with no SMC to go get Corroder here, because he has a wraparound. Here I forget I have daily cast, so I can adjust my credit total a little bit, but I get it back right eventually. So yeah, it looks like he can just Melange for a couple turns. Until I find some way to break into the find a Corroder or something. Well, at least I find Katie Jones. That's helpful. Let's go ahead, drop the R&D interface because I don't want to discard too much. And Ottman's probably better in the trash than in the hand. So much easier to cheat it into play with StimHack, which I have in hand. So it's looking like it's going to be a long game here, what with him having Melange and the threat of mid-seasons already, as I've seen it. And I'm just going to have to use Katie money to its fullest. Here, modding out R&D interface seems strong, just because it comes out for free. Means I can still play Katie, use her, and not have to discard. So, just putting more threats on the board, but he shouldn't really care considering he's got so much money, and he can get so much more right now until I find some way to get in and trash that Melange. He's just going on an install spree right now. Quite literally. Just putting out 3 new remotes. Near Earth Hub's just gonna Near Earth Hub, I guess. So we just go into a draw frenzy. Should probably play that daily cast, then load Katie. Yeah, that was a weird change of events. I would have liked to just play Daily Cast and pump Katie in retrospect, but what can you do? He gets the Astro script out. Sucks, but I can't really go about taking it. And, as we see, more cards I don't care about. Hopefully I load Katie and just ditch the Procon this time. Okay, good. Yeah, ditch the Procon. Why? Interesting discard choice there. Same old thing there, can probably even reuse Maker's Eye here. Information overload tends to make me think he's on the Scorch plan here. Just due to the fact that it's a great way to get rid of Plascretes later in the game. So he's gonna install a new piece of ice over the information overload. More new servers, and pass the turn. So I'm starting to get close to him getting credits, so might as well just go ahead and get out there, check what's out there with the dirty laundry. If it's NAPD, I leave it here, but it's another melange. Might as well just go ahead and get rid of it. Even though he has a res melange, it's still better to deal with it. That one. That way I can't go trash it. If I draw like Corroder second click, have to lay it down third click, run, trash the melange, and you can just flip over the other one. Be like, haha. Yeah, I don't want to deal with that. So he's going to sweeps week, makes sense. Just getting more money. New remotes, because he's near Earth Hub, why not? Dicing it up, that's scary. But, again, can't really do too much here. Gonna grab a Mimic. I don't know what he can really res here that Mimic's okay against. And Data Raven is not one of those things. So, no, don't check HQ. Just, yeah, put money on. There we go. There we go. Okay. Good, that's not a horrible misplay by me. I'm still sad about that daily cast and not pumping KD thing. I guess I was really desperate to try and find Corroder, but he hasn't been using Melange at all, so, you know. Yeah, there he goes again, melanging. Still trying to stay ahead of him. Yeah, use it again. Let's go ahead and mod it in the Gordian Blade, because I've got really nothing else going for me now. I'm going to have to get it into play eventually anyway, so no harm in just getting it out there. So I guess he's going to score this. No, he's going to advance it once. Interesting. Advance it twice. Okay. And loads up marked accounts. Interesting. Is that a... I'm kind of unsure what he's trying to do here. But, what do I know? Maybe he's trying to bait me into an NAPD. I draw Fem. I would really like to Fem that Data Raven, but, the cost of Femming it, and then, you know, going to check the remote just isn't viable, so might as well go ahead and stim hack the Ottman at 4. Take the tag, break the thing. I'm looking for the tags right now. It's to the far right. My incompetence with the Octagon interface is showing. So I took the tag. It's gonna let me on in, and it's a breaking news. So good thing I'm taking that now. So now I should be clearing the tag and taking KD money. But I think I do something else here, which is way worse. Yeah, I use professional contacts and then take KD money, leaving myself with a tag. I don't know if he realizes I kept the tag or not, but yeah, definitely should have cleared it. That's suboptimal play for sure. So instead he's just going to go digging with Jackson. put more cards in remotes and load up marked accounts. So at least I don't get punished for not remembering to clear that tag. Hopefully I do remember to clear it, although I'm relatively sure, or like right after I pass the turn, I'm like, oh crap, I forgot to clear a tag. So I remembered it, you know, a click or two too late. So yeah, just drop a bunch of stuff, clear the tag, drop money on Katie. Seems reasonable. Now I can go get Corroder and actually trash his melange. This will help me stay ahead in the econ battle. Not too much else really going on, although looks like he's just gonna Astro Train. Not a bad idea from his part. So yeah, I make sure to go grab Corroder before the beginning of his turn or my turn, so I can, you know, get a lot of discounts. Just gonna draw up. Oh, checking R&D for 3 cards. That seems fine. I'm pretty far ahead in terms of money. So just making sure I, you know, don't whiff. Might as well take advantage of this credit advantage. So he does not pump the information overload, so that piece of ice is not really doing anything for him right now. And I get to access 3 cards out of R&D. And Sweeps Weeks, Reclamation Order, and Data Raven are not the 3 I really wanted to see. The problem with this R&D run is also that it's not letting me pump Katie Jones, which I kind of want to do every single turn, but this is the second turn I've noticed that I've just kind of forgone it. I mean, seeing 3 cards out of R&D is fine. Maybe I don't draw twice there with Professional Contacts, instead only do it once. Run R&D, run there, pump Katie. Seems way better than drawing twice with Professional Contacts, especially because I've pretty much got the entire Breaker suite out now. But it's not what I do, and he just takes a turn to gain money and drop things on marked accounts. Seems reasonable. He's got the Maker's Eye. I don't think this is a good play here when I do it. I know what the top 2 cards are, so I'm not really gaining any new information, and I'm giving him money through pop-up window. So I'm really only seeing 3 new cards, and it just does not seem worth it. Especially because our credit totals are pretty close, so like I can't take NAPDs because he can just econ operation it back in. And again, I don't see anything out of those 5 cards. So I think about running HQ. Maybe it's a good run. Sure. Why not? Because I figure he doesn't have them. I forget he has Jackson out. And of course I see the traffic accident, which kind of confirms what I already thought about his deck, which is he's out to kill me. Anyways, I go to load Katie last click. And yeah, these marked accounts are giving him a lot of money. And I would have liked to have seen, you know, maybe the 3rd Astro script, because that would prevent him from threatening the train. Although he's pretty close to being able to score anything he wants. His Beal into breaking news would be bad here. The fact that he can put things behind the Data Raven that I have to respect is not good either. I don't even know what that face down card is. Of course, yeah, there he goes, putting it behind the Data Raven. Makes sense. Oh, no, never mind. New remote? Yeah, new remote. Interesting. And yeah, further ice up R&D. No, I can't really hit it this turn, because I know everything on top of his deck. And yeah, time to just keep drawing and gaining credits. Especially if I can find like a modded to get this HQ interface out and just see if he has any in hand. That'd probably be pretty helpful. But yeah, now I finally realize, hey, I should get this Jackson off the board. But interesting thing here, he's just gonna say sure and let me trash it, so maybe the agendas aren't in archives. So yep, just gonna go murder him anyway. Don't like letting combo E decks draw their combo pieces faster. So probably should have trashed him earlier, but you know, pretty much got the full breaker suite out that I like to have. So I'm feeling okay. The fact that he has a bunch of Astro scripts. It's got an Astro scored with a token. Is on 4 points. It's kind of scary, but yeah, we see the Reclamation Order drop something behind Data Raven. And pitch a card. So I figure, instead of Jacksoning, he got stuff back. I think maybe I could have seen what he Reclamation ordered. I think it was actually Melange. So instead, yeah, well, look at that lovely hand. I know he's got a traffic accident. I know he's got a Scorch. So might as well just keep KDing. Probably draw just in case he's C-Source Scorch or something. That's what I do. Yeah, pretty much not really sure quite what I'm looking for here, but drawing cards can't hurt. And he's got a lot of marked accounts going. Also, the thing I was worried about when I ran Jackson is if he used Jackson Howard. I was afraid I would lose the lock on R&D. So I know what the top 5 cards are, and I don't really want to run there too often. It's not horribly taxing, but giving him a credit is not the best thing in the world. As we can see, I'm up a couple credits right now, but that can all change pretty quickly. Especially with how many marked accounts he has, it's just obscene. And he'll protect HQ. Oh. Hit F1. What are you doing, Ross? There we go. Go. Cause he's protecting his hand. It makes me interested in what's inside. But it's just a pop-up. So might as well go in. Traffic, Scorched. Yeah, that's gross. It's gonna check what he put in here. And it's a sand, so yep, credit's getting pretty close. I'm just gonna keep moneying up. Normal click for credit seems odd considering I can just grab a new card and trash the Katie, but I don't know. I was afraid of some shenanigans. Anyways, of course it's Melange in that server, so I gotta go trash it. Take a tag, clear the tag. So taxing. So taxing. But yeah, there we go. Just pitch the Katie, thank you. I don't think the Scavenge is going to be too useful, but it's a lot more useful than a second Katie Jones. And all the marked accounts getting money. So much money. No, he's back in the lead. He's up to 51 credits. That's obscene. But I'm not too far behind. Of course, my deck does not run any Plascretes. And, yeah. Dean comes in and says, oh, look at this crazy game. Yeah, Dean, it's a little bit wacky. We're getting up there in terms of credits. And the 4th piece of ice on R&D comes out. So, kind of want to parasite some stuff. No, modded into HQ interface is fine. Especially, that just means every run on HQ is now a legwork. It's pretty good. It's the one thing I like about HQ interface is that it can put extended pressure on HQ. Maybe legwork is better, but I like having the extra modded targets. So, yeah. Now, next turn I can basically draw up with professional contacts, parasite the pop-up, run HQ, C3 cards. If I steal an agenda, pop money off Katie, and, you know, still survive any mid-season threat. So I'll be up to 58 credits to 54. Well, I guess I'd be down one more credit, so 57 credits. He would get marked accounts. We'd be even. That's a little scary, but I think I can make it do. But he goes for the install advance, put money on marked accounts plan. Interesting. So that implies that that's an NAPD. He has a small credit lead. Yeah, might as well just go ahead and take that. That lets me clear tag, take Katie money. Unfortunately, if that is NAPD, I am slightly behind him in credits, I believe. Because I also have to pay to clear the tag. So that gets a little scary. I think if this... I think he, yeah. I guess he didn't see that I broke the thing, but I did. So yeah, it is NAPD. I think I can't let him get to 6 with a Astro token. But the math here, I'm down a single credit. He can, especially, he's getting 3 his turn. So the mid-seasons is very much alive and ready. It's just he will have to bankrupt himself, and I will have to follow suit because I would only see a single card out of R&D if I don't, because information overload would clear all my R&D interfaces, which is kind of the huge issue here. But he's thinking, and he does not mid-seasons me this turn, spoiler alert. Which I was very thankful for, because I'm pretty sure that would have won him the game. Because 5 to play mid-seasons leaves him with 51 credits. I figured to get 1 tag to stick. It starts Trace 6. He's got to boost it 46 times. So 5 to play plus 46 leaves him with 5 credits to play around with, so yeah. But I did a good job always making sure I ended on 4 cards, just to make it so he can't, like, double scorch me. It gets a lot harder to do that with trying to get through all these credits. But yeah, he's just gonna ice up a little bit further. So, very thankful for that. Draw another stim hack, which starts getting a little scary, not ending my turn on 4 cards in hand because I have 2 brain damage. So yeah, let's go ahead and get that pop-up window out of the way. And just money up some more. Yeah, this game is certainly getting a little out of hand. He's just gonna click for money, which makes sense. He can make 6 credits a turn when he doesn't have to load marked accounts. I'm about at that limit as well. I draw a vamp here, which I was planning on using, but it's just not meant to be anymore in this game. So I'm just trying to, I guess at this point, find my 3rd R&D interface and just have Hail Mary, especially if he installs behind the data raven to try and force me to try and make a run. I'm going to install a new remote. Just click for some credits. doing his near Earth hub thing. I have 5 cards left in my deck. Might as well go try and find some. Hey, look, the very late Astrolabs. They make a nice little appearance here. So, yeah, it's still a money race, but one that he's slowly getting in control of. Marked accounts are just being ridiculous. And, oh, another melange. Ay. It's up to 76 credits. Just absurd. So I gotta go trash it. As unhappy as I am about that. No way I can keep up with that many credits a turn. Might as well keep drawing the rest of my deck. And hope for the best. But the data sucker not doing a whole lot, but yeah, he's just slowly getting money. Probably just gonna load up mark accounts this turn, or hedge fund. Why not? Yep. All right, there we go. Sure gamble. That keeps me somewhat close. I might as well Procon again. Nope, never mind. Just gonna click for a credit. Waiting to see what that last card in my deck is, I guess, until next turn. Yeah, there's the sweeps week. Loading up more money on market accounts. Why not? He's up to 87 credits. Oh, it's an SMC. Okay, so I'm slowly falling behind here, but yeah, gonna click for some credits like a peasant because I have nothing to draw with Procon. And he's up to 90 credits. That's an absurd number. He's gonna install behind Data Raven. Figure now's my time to go. Just go see 4 cards out of R&D. And then if that whiffs, if I only get 2 points out of it, go run the Data Raven server. And yeah, Dean now making a comment that he tabbed out for a little bit. And now he comes back to a 90 credit corporation against a 65 credit runner with 18 on KD. Yeah, it's not the most normal game. And Melonbomb saying he's hoping to break 100. Unfortunately, I'm not going to give him a chance to because, yeah, I've got to go now, I feel. I can't outmoney him anymore. So I stim hack here because, why not? Like, really anything he reses here I can break with normal credits, and then there's no way I'm going to beat the mid-season trace anyway. But, stim hacking just seems way better. Just because at this point, what does it matter? He's going to be able to scorch me next turn, whether I like it or not. He's thinking about whether he wants to bump this trace or not. But I don't think he does. Instead, he's just going to pop Jackson, right? When's he going to do that? He's got to think a little while. And, yeah, I'm just sitting around. Might as well move these R&D interfaces out. And here comes Jackson Howard to shuffle in a bunch of garbage, I'm sure. So if I miss here but get to trash a bunch of stuff, I can run back. Just take all the tags, run through information overload. I can trash like Clone Ship, Akamatsu, Procon, Katie even. But he's gonna let me in. I ask him about information overload because it may be relevant. Okay. So I do pay to break break it. And I see my 4 cards. Jackson Howard, might as well get rid of him because it's free. There's a Beal and there's an Astro, and that's game. Yeah. that yeah, that was a very insane game. Thanks for watching, and yeah, basically we talk about it. That apparently was a Sansan in the remote. Yeah, if I just got one, he'd have had me, definitely. He was way up on money. I just couldn't keep up with that anymore. And yeah, that's my second game from the StimHack League 4. Hopefully you enjoyed. I know I did playing it. It was interesting. Thanks for watching. Bye.